Some time ago I did some research about fingerprint systems for a specific project, but then the project took another direction. It was used RFID cards, doing some biometric law regulations in different countries. So I would suggest you to verify these regulations accordingly with your purpose. Okay. I released a video with a demo that I've implemented at the time. It was around 2016, and at the end of the video I left a question how complex it would be to save these fingerprints in the database and then use them for verification and identification. With the video, I've got many questions from students and developers that would like to implement a fingerprint system using Java, Linux, and so on, with Raspberry Pi as well. So I never had the time to continue with the testing and researching until now. So first I'd like to share what I'm planning to do. It's not implemented, not yet, so I need some time to implement that and test. I'm not sure if it's possible to do what I'm planning to do, but let's see. So this basic diagram illustrates how libfprint works, the main functionalities. So for the enrollment process, it generates the fingerprint representation data that can be stored. So it asks for some scans. So after these scans, it generates this data that could be associated with a user and saved in the database. And later on, for a no user, it's possible to retrieve this enrolled fingerprint and verify against the current scan. Then the library returns with a match or not match. Then when it comes to the identification, I did not find any example for the identification process, but the documentation says that there are some functions to verify if the fingerprint device is compatible with identification, and there is also a function to run the identification process. Basically, for the identification, the user is unknown, so the current scan of the fingerprint is verified against a whole database until it has a match. So basically here the plan is to save the result of the enrollment process in the database. We already saw how to do that, saving to a file or run that in memory, and later on retrieve these fingerprints for the verification and identification. Yeah, so I'd like to have also a web front end where it will be possible to register the users and associate them with their fingerprints, and then run the aforementioned verification and identification process. So the previous version from the first video, it used a bridge between the C library and Java. So that demanded some compilation and synchronization tricks, right? Because then the full libfprint library could run inside a Java application. It wasn't a good solution in my opinion because it demanded some synchronization and it's against the asynchronous nature of Java Spring Boot. Okay. So now what I'm proposing here is to build independent specialized services that communicate between them. So here, each element of this is a different process, a different service built in pure C language, and that is just the Java Spring Boot application, pure Java as well. Okay, and then if I succeeds with that, then I will generate some Docker images for each service, so it will be possible to automate and simplify the installation of this demo, and it will be possible to do further tests and improve that as well. So as soon as I have a working version, I will share the source codes and my findings. Okay, see you.